Hi there, my name is Sia, and I'm a developer, tech lead, and creative technologist based in Singapore. And I would like to talk a bit about myself and my thought processes as a developer. So, my mantra that I always share with teammates and even clients is that there's no magic. What is magic in the context of development? I think one of the clearest examples is LLMs, or what people generally know as AI. People think it's sort of like this magic black box that you know somehow it is able to reason and solve problems. In my opinion, as a developer working with technology, there is no magic. What that means to me is that we should understand what we're making and what we're working with. So if you don't understand parts of the abstraction, it's a black box to you. That's where it gets dangerous. You don't know how to solve problems if it breaks. So again, LLMs, they appear magical, and it's really just a smart alphabet soup. You know, like it's based on text prediction, and it's a really smart autocomplete, and it is not what it's meant to be. So if you treat it as um, like a digital solution, then that's where it falls short, and that's what I stand against. And the other part of my practice is that being able to write code well is just like being able to do plumbing really well. It is not really interesting in its own, and it's not a virtue, like more than a really good plumber is good. It is only interesting when you decide to do something with it. So example is, could you build an entire castle out of just PVC pipes? Would that be more interesting than, like, oh, I'm the best plumber in the whole of Singapore? And another thought is that, not shitting on LLMs, but could we make something really meaningful with just really smart alphabet soup? Would that be different from most of these AI wrapper companies that you see out there? For me, PVC pipes in this context, they would be things like native browser APIs. Just everyone has that web browser in their pockets, and it has that amazing array of native browser APIs available. What can we make with that? And I think a lot of my works is based on the fact that there is this great equalizer, this platform that's available to anyone, and they don't have to install an app, they don't have to pay for it. What can we build on top of this platform? So I'm going to talk a bit about my work that connects to what I just talked about. The first project I'm going to talk about is this project called Cat World, which was an art exhibition done during COVID-19 when an artist, Reza Hasni, wanted to do an online show. At that point, there were a lot of 360 Metaport style look around a digital gallery, click on stuff to see the captions kind of thing. I wanted to question the form of that. What would be interesting if we did sort of like a full digital native art exhibition, where if I went to an art show, I would be talking to my friends, I would be feeding off the energy of the event. It would be really exciting to discuss the work with friends, and that's what I really tried to push for, proposed, and eventually managed to implement this digital world where the artworks become the gallery, where you'll be walking around in it with your digital avatars, and there will be interactive segments, and you can talk to people that you see in the exhibition in real time. So it's sort of like a multiplayer experience happening in a web browser. Yeah. So for me, that's an example of taking what is the pipes and building something interesting with it. A big part of my work as well is doing conventional full stack projects, where this example here, STPI, is a prominent art institution here in Singapore, and I led a team of front-end and back-end developers to build out a full integrated content platform. The core would be Sanity. Everyone knows Sanity, headless CMS, and they had other presences as well, other digital properties that they wanted to consolidate into one integrated website. So that would include their merchant, the museum store, which is running on Shopify, and also their art inventory on ArtLogic. So my job was to architect this entire content platform that is fully integrated and presented as one unified front on the website. And this is typical of projects that I'm good at. Working with integrating across different APIs and working with a team of front-end and back-end developers to build out something amazing. Yeah, so this project, See Me, is a browser-based tool that I built with a local theatre group, where, again, during COVID, they wanted to do digital theatre because everyone had to stay at home. But Zoom was really challenging because there was a significant delay, lag between what's captured and what's presented to the audiences. So they wouldn't be able to do effective dialogues when you had actors in different spaces and they are connected online. So this is like a tool that allows users to perform in across different physical locations using the web browser, and the audio and video would then be able to be piped to different places, including what the performers are seeing and what the audience is seeing at the same time. And of course, I built out this entire dashboard tool that allows the stage manager to manage the visual layouts and what everyone is seeing at the same time during a live show. And last of all, I have also worked with Binge Culture, which is this group in New Zealand, to prototype interesting novel storytelling experiences. And examples of that are, like you see this photo on the right, you have 3 people sitting around a table, and if you're one of them, basically the context is that you would be at a dinner table, and if you look left or right, and of course this is using conventional head tracking using TensorFlow, right? You would then hear different thoughts of the person sitting on your left or right, and these would be like 3 simultaneous tracks happening at the same time. So it made for a really hilarious and highly interactive experience. And of course, what you see on the left here, we have a bunch of people out in the field. This was an experiment where we wanted people to have sound auras, and as you got closer to them walking around, you would then be hearing their sound aura or sound signature just increasing in volume. And of course, we also experimented with one of the characters being a killer, and if you got closer to the killer, you hear this sound, this heartbeat sound, and it increases in frequency as in speed as you got closer to the killer. So again, it's prototyping novel experiences using conventional web technologies. This is talking about the geolocation API, which is available in all our web browsers, in Safari and Chrome and so on. So yeah, thanks for listening to my introduction, and if you want to know more, you can click on this link here to view my full profile and my CV. Thank you.